it's October 5th, 2021. I'm located somewhere on this Rapoggle. I have a nuclear timing mechanic problem with photon spectrum of gamma omicrons. That's at super echelon science of quiet. We don't talk much normally, but since outside the window, not right now, the sun has gone down, the lighting feature has gone down for the night, because it's that time. But I wanted to make a point, because it's October 5th, 2021. I made some loud cloud statements today, and I want to make sure everybody that works elsewhere is still protected. All right. I tried to explain this once to my son Alexander, who's my great hope. The only child. I mean, I can explain it to Daniel. Daniel just ignores me completely because he's got something with, he's Jay's kid. So I leave him be because I don't want to disturb his doctor of veterinary medicine, whatever. But Alexander is not Jay's kid, so he doesn't have a choice. All right, my last name is Cattaruzza. I have 2 Z's, 3 A's, but 2 Z's. It's a 22. 22 and ZZ in one box means I never left the Rapoggle of this symbolic gesture for nailing down certain features when they need to be nailed down in thermodynamic crystals, thermodynamic time crystals, in a butterfly effect of time and space for Deep Space Nine. All right, so with that being said, my 22 changes to a 55, which is an SS, when I get to leave this hemisphere of the same Rapoggle. That's when my files change from a 22ZZ to a 55SS, because 2 5s look like the symbolic alphanumeric and alpha beta, or alphabet, SS. So while I'm here, I'm stuck somewhere between a 12 and a 15 and a 21 and a 51, which is here. I named 12 and 21. 21, there's a reference of a movie called 21 Jump Street. I had to make this distinction because I'm in a Oort, can you see that? Yeah, Oort debris field of a meteor broke up at Third Rock, and we still save the planet. This is the ever-expansive debris field of Oort, which is calculated in AU this way and in AU this way, to put things back together in perspective on 1 AU to Earth. Nanu, are you all following along at High Scientific? So I never left the 22ZZ field for a symbolic safety procedure of this to wrap myself in. Because I know on the Rapoggle, when there are other projects and other symbolic gestures with other corpses and other debris field, whatever, the fact that I sometimes say Russia as opposed to Ruza gets confusing between Team 22 and Team 55. But that's why I have a set United States symbolic between a 12 and a 21. If there's confusion on mirrored image of what needs to be known, so the correct things go in the correct columns. And if it's outside of 1221, it slides over to a 1551. But it should still be handled at the number 1 spot of where I need to be by the same person. Because if he's not in my direct proximity and I'm still doing this, that means that we have a larger nuclear problem than in timing mechanics and planetary than is actually being spoken about for silly things like whatever humans talk about. I really don't know. I mean, I never saw the show, but the way Lynn explained it, John Lithgow from Third Rock from the Sun sounds about right. Like, going out into public, the humanness, and observing what they do and then coming home and talking about it. That's my life with the kids by myself after the nanny watched them for a few hours while I was out. And then we all got together for dinner for the night. And I said, now tell me something good about the day. Start on a good note. And then you could tell me whatever you want bad, because Ben was always ready with fork at dinner. Tell me everything bad and like list it out, which I know in task lists elsewhere, that was super important. But in the moment, I was trying to do like the super mom thing, like, no, let's stay on a positive note, kids. And it just didn't work out well. In the long run, that was probably the wrong move. But here we are between Team Reagan and Team Brady. Always such a, I feel like, caught in the middle. Bayside Station. I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken for me still.